Now there can be certain questions when you will be given the regression lines already. Till now you have seen that we calculate regression lines or regression equations. But there will be certain questions now you will observe when you will be given already calculated the regression lines. And you may be told to calculate the mean values, or you may be told to calculate the standard deviations, and sometimes you may be told to calculate the regression coefficients from those lines. So how we just solve such questions? Let's see with the help of one example. Now this is a practical question in which variance of x is given 36. So if variance is 36, we all know that standard deviation is under root of variance. So we can calculate standard deviation of x. Right, so variance is the square of standard deviation. So if we have to calculate the standard deviation from this, we can under root it and we can calculate the standard deviation. Now these two equations have been given and it is written these are two regression equations. Now we have to calculate x mean, y mean. We have to calculate standard deviation of y. So variance of x was given, but standard deviation of y has to be calculated. Then regression coefficients have to be calculated. So these three calculations have been given. Now how we proceed in these questions? First of all, we have to calculate mean. One thing you should all know that x and y, the variables given in the regression equations, show the mean values. I repeat again, whenever you have been given the regression equations, x and y in those equations represent the mean values. It means where in the regression lines, wherever you see x and y, that is the mean. So what you will do is you will write this line, the x and y in regression equation represent their mean values, and then you will put mean sign over there because we know they represent the mean values. Now x and y are there. So what you can do is you can solve these equations very easily, and then you can delete one variable and calculate the value of other variable. This is our equation number 1 and this is our equation number 2. Now to equate the equations, I am going to multiply my second equation with 2. So when will I multiply my second equation with 2? It will become 12, it will become 54, and it will become 642. Another thing I would do is I would take this 99 on the other side to solve this question. So it will become minus 99. Correct. So then now 1 minus 2 equation we will do. It will be deleted. So ultimately it will be 139y mean is equals to minus 741. From here I will calculate the mean value for y. 741 divided by 139. It comes out to be 5.331. So once I have got y mean value, now I can fill this value in any of these equations and easily I can find out the value of x mean. So I am going to just fill this value in my second equation, second original equation. So my second original equation was 6x plus 27y is equals to 321. So 6x plus 27, the value of y has come out to be 5.331 is equal to 321. Now 6x is equals to 321 and we will multiply 27 into 5.331. It comes out to be, it will be in minus because on that side 143.937. Deducting it from 321, it will be 177 something. So finally you will get the value of x mean. So x mean is 29.51. So our first task is over. The first thing that was asked in the question was x mean and y mean. So we have calculated here x mean and y mean. So the first thing is calculated. Coming to the second task, now we have to find out the regression coefficients also, and then we can find out the standard deviation. So firstly you will have to calculate the regression coefficients. Let's see how we can calculate that. So these were the equations given in the original question. Now two equations have been given. From here we can easily calculate the regression coefficients because these values are going to represent something. But for that we should know which equation is x on y and which equation is y on x. Now looking at the equations we cannot give any conclusion. So we will have to start with one assumption. So I am going to assuming first equation is x on y. I am just assuming because I do not know. So first equation is x on y and my second equation is y on x. So I assumed this to be x on y and I assumed this to be y on x. So my x on y equation according to my assumption is this: 12x minus 85y plus 99 is equals to 0. So if this equation is x on y, so only x will remain on the left hand side, rest everything will go on the right hand side. 99 also has gone, 85y also has gone. Only x will be remaining. So it will be minus 99 by 12 plus 85 by 12y. So after this, the value that is being multiplied with y, that is this, is going to be my bxy because this is x on y equation. So whatever is being multiplied by y on the right hand side is my first regression coefficient, that is 85 by 12. So we can write it in decimals also. So it will be 7.08. So my first regression coefficient comes out to be 7.08 from this equation, and this is my bxy. So I noted it down by bxy. Now if this is bxy, now I will make use of my second equation. Now this is my second equation. If this is equation, I have assumed this equation to be y on x. If this equation is y on x, it means only y should leave on the left hand side, everything else should be taken on the right hand side. I have taken minus 6x there. So only y should be left on the left hand side. So this will be, it will be like this. So now from here I will say my bxy is the thing which is being multiplied by x, the value. So this is my byx. So this is minus 6 upon 27. So now this comes out to be minus 0.22. But you have to remember this thing that I am moving with one assumption. Now from this equation I got byx, that is 0.22 in negative. Now after this I have to just check whether my assumption was right or wrong. How will I check that? By this formula. In the property video you have seen this formula. Here also we can use the word plus minus. So now we will fill these values in this 7.08 into 0.22. Now you have to check what is the value. 7.08 multiplied by 0.22, it comes out to be 1.5576, and when you take its under root it comes out to be minus 1.24. Minus sign we can ignore because of this plus minus. So 1.24. Now is it possible to have this r? If you remember the chapter of correlation, there we have repeatedly discussed that correlation value can never exceed minus 1 and positive 1. So it has to lie between minus 1 and positive 1. It cannot go beyond minus 1. It means now we will write r cannot be more than minus 1, or you can write this line: r lies between minus 1 to positive 1. But in this question what we have solved, r comes out to be minus 1.24. Therefore our assumption was wrong. That assumption we started with, we have to write it. We have to just describe this. It is not that you need not write all this. You have to write all these things. Our assumption was wrong. It means we assumed this equation to be x on y and second equation to be y on x, but actually it was other way around. The first equation was y on x and the second equation was x on y. Now we have to start with this. Now you will see the correlation will be coming within the limits. So now this equation is x on y. If this equation is x on y, x should remain on the left hand side, rest everything should go on the right hand side. So x is on the left hand side, I have taken 27y on the other side. So now x is 321 upon 6 minus 27 upon 6y. So from here we will get bxy because this is x on y equation. So what is the value? Is 27 by 6 is minus 4.5. Now first equation will be y on x. If this equation is y on x, so minus 85y should be kept on the left hand side and rest everything should go on the right hand side. Now y will be on the left hand side, so it will become this plus 12 upon 85x. So now this value will represent our byx. Like in case of this equation, this value represented bxy. Now this value will be representing byx, that is 12 divided by 85. So when you divide this, you will be getting 0.141. So once you have got these two values, now we can put in our formula to make a check whether now we are on the right track. So we will just put the values here, 4.5 in negative into 0.141. So you can solve this. So it will be, solving this you will be getting 0.63. Again when you take under root, it comes out to be minus 0.797. So by solving this, now you can clearly see that now value of r lies between minus 1 to positive 1. It means now our assumption is 100% accurate. Right? One more thing I would like to tell you is, as in the properties video you would have seen, we discussed what will be the sign of bxy will become the sign of byx. So here in this question, bxy is coming out to be minus 4.5. So we will take this also to be negative. So when you have to write the answer, you will be writing bxy is minus 4.5, byx is minus 0.141 because both should have same sign, and same will be the sign with the correlation. So our correlation comes out to be 0.797 in negative. So now we have calculated the second part of the question also, that is regression coefficient. So these are two correct regression coefficients. Now coming to the third part of the question. Now third part of the question was saying that you have to calculate standard deviation of y while standard deviation of x was given. Now I'm going to make use of this formula. I hope you all remember this formula. bxy is equals to r standard deviation of x upon standard deviation of y. In place of this formula, you can make use of byx also. Then y will come above and x will come in the numerator. So I'm going to put the values. This I have calculated. Correlation also I have calculated. Standard deviation of x. When I started with the question, I have calculated standard deviation of x, that was 6. So from here I can easily calculate the value of standard deviation of y. So you can take this on the other side. So it will be 4.5 negative standard deviation of y is equals to 0.797 into 6. It comes out to be 4.782 in negative. So this negative sign will go off. From here you will calculate the value of standard deviation of y, 4.782 divided by 4.5. So from here standard deviation of y comes out to be 1.06 near about. So this is how you have to solve the question in case two regression lines have already been given and some other aspects of the questions has been asked.